Okay, with this video, I'm going to show you how to use the add-on tab, which is over here on the left with the puzzle piece. And we're going to work in here with the activity builder. Okay? And what we're going to do, here's an example, is we're going to take, we have two boxes. We have noun and verb. These are just normal boxes in Smart Notebook that I put a word and group these objects together so they move around. Okay? And what we want to do is when the right answer is brought over a box, we want the wrong answer, we want the right answers to disappear and the wrong answers to bounce back. How we're going to do this is we're going to click on our add-ons tab. We're going to click our activity builder. Okay. First thing we need to do is identify an area we want to work with. So in this case, we're going to work with the noun. We're going to edit this. Okay. Now what we need to do is drag all the right answers to the top and the wrong answers to the bottom. So in this case, boy is a noun, so it's going to go to the top box. Cat's a noun. House is a noun. Car is a noun. Now we could drag our verbs down, but we could also add all that remain. Now one thing you'll notice is that the verb box came into here. Now you could leave it here so it would bounce back because it would technically be a wrong answer. Because it is an object, or we just go ahead and trash that out so it's there. And you'll notice on the screen right now, because we're still in edit mode, that all the right answers are check boxes and all the wrong ones are X's. So you can double check all these, they're good, so we're going to hit done. So now we got to take the verb and do the same thing. So we click on the verb box, we hit edit, and we're going to drag our verbs into the right. We do all that remain for our nouns, but like I said, we got that noun box, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to hit done. Now let's go ahead and try this. So when I bring boy over noun, it should disappear, which it does, and drive over verb. See if it disappears, it does. So now if I take cat and put it into verb, it bounces back. Run into noun, bounces back, but noun, verb, and we continue to do this until all the answers are right. So that's one example. Here's another example. We have a math problem. Now, one thing with this I do want to point out, before we click on this box, because we want this box to be our area, is just like in many of the other examples, this box is unfilled. And if it's unfilled, the answer has to go on the line, which we don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this box. But I am going to leave it white because I want it to blend into the background there. So we're going to go to our add-ons tab. We're going to click on our box. We're going to edit. So our right answer is 8. And our wrong answers are 1, 5, and 10. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit done to test this out. So if we go to put 1, it should bounce back. 5 bounces back, 10 bounces back, but 8 disappears, so we know it's the right answer. But the thing is, that really sometimes doesn't exactly look like how we want it, because we really want the right answer to disappear. So let's look at the same example. Don't forget to fill in the box. And let's look at the properties here. So we're going to go to our add-ons tab. We do want to work on our box here, so we're going to edit this. Okay. So we do want 8 to be the right answer. We want 1, 5, and 10 to be the wrong answers. But what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to the top and go to settings. This is going to decide what happens when the answers are right or wrong. So if the answer is right, instead of a fade out, maybe let's do a spin. Or maybe just nothing because it's the right answer. If we had a sound attached to the object, we could use that. So maybe we'll mess with that here in a second. And then rejected, what happens? Bounces back or none. Okay. So wrong answers bounces back. Okay. So let's hit done. So we test this. Bounces back, right answer, and it spins. Okay. Now what we could do is we could do something like this. We click on the object. Let's go ahead and add a sound. You are correct. We're going to stop the sound, and we're going to put it on the object so you can't see that it's there. Attach recording. So now if we bring the 8 in, we need to edit this. Go to settings. We need to make sure that we have this thing selected correctly. So in this case, it thinks the 8 is an object, so we do need to clear all that out.
You are correct.
So we're going to edit the box. Edit what happens when we have the right answer. We're going to spin, but we're also going to play the sound. We're going to click done. So now when I bring the 8 up,
You are correct.
so we have a sound that plays along with it. Now, one other option you could do with this, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back a setting here. We just went back a page. So if you look here, we're going to go back to our original example. We're going to put an 8 back in here, since the 8 did disappear. Okay, so we're going to go back to our add-ons tab. We are going to identify that we're working with the box again. We're going to edit it. And our 8 came back, so we can use our 8 there. Okay, but here's what we want to do. If you look in settings, we can never get the wrong answer to disappear. So why don't we do something like this? What we're going to do is I'm going to create this sound again to go along with this sound. You are correct. Okay, but in this case, what I want to do is when we're editing this, we're going to go back to the objects. I'm going to flip-flop these. I want the 8 in my wrong, in my rejected, and I want all my wrong answers in the accepted. Now watch what happens. Go up here, bring the 8 back down. I'm going to go to settings. So now it's going to fade out. So if it thinks it's the right answer, it's going to fade away. But if it's the right answer, we're going to have it do nothing. But we are going to have it play its sound. So watch what happens when we're done now. So we're done. Wrong answer disappears. Wrong answer disappears. Wrong answer disappears. Right answer
You are correct.
goes and gives us the audio cue that we're done. So it's kind of a reverse of what this is meant to do, but it gives you an effective use of the tool. Thank you, and that concludes the video.